Hey, good morning, friends. Welcome to morning worship. My name is Brian Webb. So good to join you this morning. Man, today's going to be a little bit different. It's Friday. And not just any Friday. This is Good Friday. This is the day that the church celebrates and remembers the death of Jesus Christ, the man called Savior. And it's a weird kind of tension that we exist in between Friday, Good Friday, the day that Jesus died, and Sunday, the day that Jesus is resurrected and brought back to life. And today I just wanted to lean into that tension a little bit this morning to set the tension. We're going to be doing a lot of things today. You're going to hear from a lot of different people throughout the day, and starting at 9 o'clock, every hour on the hour, you're going to hear from someone different. It'll be worship, it'll be teaching, it'll be all kinds of different things. You're going to be hearing all kinds of different stuff all around Good Friday, this idea, but this remembrance of Jesus and his death. And I know that one of the reasons why it's so important for us to remember the death of Jesus and the resurrection is because we have a tendency to avoid recognizing suffering. It's so much easier for me to just think about Easter and to think about the resurrection and the life. It's so much harder for me to allow myself to be present in the death on Good Friday. And so I think about my life and I think about the different situations that I've experienced, and when I'm feeling pain, when I'm feeling suffering, my tendency is to lean out of that. My tendency is to want to get away from that as quickly as possible. And I think that's kind of a modern tendency, that's kind of a Western tendency that we have as American Christians, or even just as Americans. We have a tendency to avoid pain. We have a tendency to look for Easter, but try to ignore Good Friday. And I was reading this morning in 1 Peter 4, 12 and 13, it says, "Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery trial that has come upon you, as though something strange were happening to you. But rejoice that you share in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed at the revelation of his glory." And man, I was reading that, and that, I think, is why it's so important for us to start with the death. Before we ever get to the resurrection, we have to kind of immerse ourselves and understand the death. Because when we share in the sufferings of Christ, we can fully appreciate the revelation of his glory, the revelation of his resurrection. So I picked a couple of songs that kind of tap onto that, and they're a little different, and I hope that they can kind of help to set some tension for us this morning. This first one reminds me of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane when he's getting ready to be taken and arrested and eventually crucified. And he's in the garden and he's praying with God. And he says several times, "God, if it's possible, take this cup from me. Let this cup pass from me." And he's talking about going to the cross. He's talking about this horrible death that he's going to die. And when he's hanging on the cross, he cries out some of his last words, my God, why have you forsaken me?" I don't know where you're at in your life right now. I don't know what might be going on with your life right now, but maybe you feel like God's forsaken you. Maybe you feel like there's something in your life that you're just saying, "God, let this cup pass from me," and maybe it hasn't yet, and maybe it won't. And those things are really difficult things to deal with, and my tendency is to try and shove those things aside. My tendency is to try to not deal with that. But we should rejoice when we share in the sufferings of Christ, because then we can be overjoyed at the revelation of his glory. I come, God, I come, return to the Lord, the one who's broken, the one who's torn me apart. You strike down to bind me up. You say you do it all in love, that I might know you in your suffering. And though you slay me, yet I will praise you. Though you take from me, I will bless your name. my eyes, I'll see the Lord lifted high on that day. Behold the Lamb that was slain, and I know that every tear was worth it all. Yeah, though you save me, yeah, I will praise you. Though you take from me, I will bless your name. Though you ruin me, still I will worship. Sing a song to the one who's all I need. I'll sing a song to the one who's all I need. Sing a song to the one who's all I need. Hey friends, if you're just joining us, my name is Brian Webb. I'm a worship leader here at Crossroads. So glad that you're joining us this morning. There's a bunch of people going off in the comments. I love it. Love seeing you guys this morning. We're just spending some time setting the tone for Good Friday today. We're talking about remembering Jesus' death on the cross. That happened on Friday before his resurrection on Sunday, and it's important that we kind of give ourselves an opportunity to experience the down of the death so that we can experience the high of the resurrection. And I want to give us a second right now to just maybe just respond. If there's something going on in your life right now, if you just feel like there's just weight, if it feels like there's death happening, maybe there's actual death happening. If there's something you're struggling with, if there's something that's a weight on your heart, just want to encourage you, drop it in the comments here. Comment it here and pray for each other. And try not to just immediately go to the God is doing something and he's going to make it better, but Scripture tells us to mourn with those who are mourning. So if we're mourning, let's mourn together. Let's have that experience together. This song particularly is a song of lament, and that just means it's a crying out of our spirits to God over things that hurt. So if you've got something going on, I just really want to encourage you. Hop in the comments there and comment. It looks like there's people already doing that. Battling breast cancer. Family brokenness. I'm going to sing this chorus again. And this chorus it's a really hard one to sing, and it's a harder one to mean, and I have to force my heart to say it. But it makes room for every circumstance. We don't know why things happen. We don't know why broken things happen, except that humanity is fallen, and there's brokenness everywhere around us. And this chorus says, though you slay me, still I will praise you. Though you take from me, I will bless your name. Though you ruin me, still I will worship. Sing a song to the one who's all I need. And I can't help but hear the echo of Jesus' emotion, his raw emotion on the cross when he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? That feeling of, God, though you ruin me, though you take my life from me, still I'll praise you. We can share in the sufferings of Jesus so that we can be overjoyed at his revealed glory. Though you save me, yeah, I will praise you. Though you take from me, I will bless your name. Though you ruin me, still I will worship. Sing a song to the Sing a song to the one who's all I need. I'll sing a song to the one who's all I need. I'll sing a song to the one who's all I need. How deep the Father's love for us, how vast beyond all measure, that He should give His only Son to make a wretch His treasure. How great the pain of searing loss, the Father turns His face away, as wounds which mar the chosen one bring many sons to glory. Behold the man upon a cross, my sin upon His shoulders. Ashamed, I hear my mocking voice called out among the scoffers. It was my sin that held Him there until it was accomplished. His dying breath had brought me life. I know that it is finished. Oh, I know it's finished. I will not boast in anything, no gifts, no power, no wisdom, but I will boast in Jesus Christ, His death and resurrection. Why should I gain from His reward? I cannot give an answer, but this I know with all my heart: His wounds have paid my ransom. Oh, His wounds have paid my ransom. I will not boast in anything, no gifts, no power, no wisdom, but I will boast in Jesus Christ, His death and resurrection. Why should I gain from His reward? I cannot give an answer, but this I know with all my heart: His wounds have paid my ransom. But this I know with all my heart: His wounds have paid my ransom. Sing yes he did. And Jesus paid it all, and all to him my own. See, I laughed so crazy. It was white as snow. Oh, we washed it white as Jesus paid it all. Oh, to him my own. Sin I left a crimson stain. He washed it white as snow. Yeah, he washed it white as snow. And he washed it white as snow. Yeah, he washed it white as snow. Behold the man upon a cross, my sin upon his shoulders. Ashamed, I hear my mocking voice call out among the scoffers. It was my sin that held him there until it was accomplished. His dying breath has brought me life. I know that it is finished. 'Cause Jesus paid it all, and all to sin my own. Sin I left a crimson stain. He washed it white as snow. He washed it white as snow. Yes, he washed it white as snow. Jesus, I just feel I feel sobered a little bit this morning when I think of your body nailed to a cross for my sake. This thing that you've purchased with the cost of your blood is worth so little, and yet you claimed it with the highest price. And I don't always know what to do with that. And so God, I just say thank you. I say thank you, and I thank you for your sacrifice, and I thank you even for the suffering that I've had in my life. It's not even comparable to the suffering that you endured. But I thank you for it nonetheless, because it helps me to identify with you. It helps me to see you. and it helps me to rejoice in the glory and the hope of your resurrection and what that means for me. That if I'll choose to die alongside of you, that I also get to live alongside of you. And that is the highest gift, the greatest gift. So God, I feel this welling up of emotion when I think about who you are and your righteousness and your goodness and your grace and your care for me, that you would send Jesus here to die the kind of death that he died, so that you could have a relationship with me, so that I could have a relationship with you, so that you could begin to just move on my heart and help me to truly live. And so today I just thank you for that. And I thank you for every person within the sound of my voice, wherever they're at right now. God, I thank you that you're encountering them today, right where they are, right in the midst of their suffering, right in the midst of their joy, in the midst of great things and in the midst of awful things. God, I thank you that you are encountering people right now, right where they are, and that you will continue to do that for the rest of the day and for the rest of the week, and God, for the rest of eternity, that you encounter us right where we are. You don't ask us to clean up, to come to you. You don't ask us to fix our mess before we come to you, but you pour out your blood for us while we're yet opposed to you. That's the God that you are. While I was your enemy, you poured out your blood for me. And I'm thankful for that. I remember that today. God, you're so good. You're so good. I love you so much. It's in Jesus' name I pray all these things. Amen. Whew. Thanks for joining me this morning, guys. Thanks so much. Like I said, we're going to be having a little bit of a different day today. Good Friday is a different day. It's a big deal. So every hour, starting at 9 o'clock, so starting in about 5 minutes, we're going to have something for you, something on this page, whether it's worship or teaching or whatever it might be. There's going to be something for you. And we're going to talk about a lot of different things. We're going to talk about that feeling of abandonment, that feeling of loneliness. We're going to talk about reconciliation and relationship. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. And we're going to worship a lot today. It's going to be a really good day. I really want to invite you back every hour on the hour, all day. I'll see you again tonight at 7 p.m. But there's going to be a ton of other things going on today throughout between now and then. I just get to bookend it, which I'm super grateful for. Enjoy being here with you. Enjoy worshiping with you. I'm going to go back and read the comments and pray for you guys. Love you guys. Hope you're blessed today. Have a great day. See you guys.